So there's three main things I just want to talk about with do the right thing around. It's often hard. We do it when no one's looking, and without it, we don't have anything. So there's just a quick little story just to kind of illustrate doing the right thing. So it involves a developer, an architect, superintendent, and project manager. We're building 8 buildings. We start on Halloween, so just a few days from now. And winter sets in pretty early. It's about 119 units, 8 buildings, 200,000 square feet, and students move in August. So it's a student housing project, new developer. Fast forward, winter set in pretty quickly, much colder than what we anticipated. And we're in the 3rd building with drywall, and our superintendent notices an issue, doing one of his daily walks. So I want to rewind to time of contract. So at the time of contract, the developer and the architect decided they wanted to change the sound rating on all the unit walls, all the unit demising walls. And the architect drew up a new solution. We priced it. The developer said proceed with it. So we added it to the contract clarifications. We added the dollars to the contract, and away we went. Started building. So go back to we're in the 3rd building with drywall. Superintendent has an issue that they found. That issue is that all of our shear walls happen to also be all the unit demising walls. And the solution was that we put our C channel on all the walls. So our superintendent did some due diligence. Any guesses to what the structural properties of our C channel is? 0. Nothing. So we met with the project team and said, we have an issue on our hands. We think it's about a $200,000 issue. We know it's going to cost time as well, most likely. And we're only feeling uncomfortable with the schedule as it is. The students are still moving in August. So the developer, thinking quickly, said, hey, we're in building 3. Why even make a change? The building department hasn't said anything, so just keep going. And we said, no, we're not going to do that. We said that there's going to be people living in those buildings that are relying on the structural design that the engineer put in place. We're going to keep doing work in this community, most likely. They are as well. And that each day that we go by, we're only adding more finished construction in place, so the cost will only go up from here if it's in building 6 or 7 or 8, and it's most likely will not be able to finish on time if we're dealing with this in June versus if we're dealing with it in January. So we proceeded. The architect gave us a new solution. We utilized one of our other core values about seeking possibilities and finding solutions to utilize existing key trades on site to do some of the demolition work. The cost ended up being about $90,000 instead of the $200,000. We only had to replace half of the drywall that was impacted. We were able to leave one side as is. The other side we added plywood and then put up the drywall. So the sound rating was actually better in this new design than what the initial one was. And we utilized key trades on site to keep them on site so we wouldn't lose that manpower. So basically in the story, we did the hard thing. We brought up the issue, and we even refuted kind of the no one's looking. We knew no one was looking, but being coached to kind of not do the right thing, we said no to that as well. Without it, we have nothing. We ended up doing 2 more projects, or actually 3 more projects in this same community with this same developer. We've completed one in an adjacent community. We're starting another one probably this week or next week with the same developer in the adjacent community. We have 2 more in pre-construction with them. And then we've done probably 5 or 6 other jobs in other adjacent communities with other developers. So our reputation, we ended up delivering on time, under budget, even though we had the $90,000 issue. And we did the right thing. So next steps, One is we're going to continue hearing some other stories like this throughout the year, throughout next year, around do the right thing and some of our other core values. And really just want you guys to lean into our core values, really focusing on do the right thing through the end of the year. And we'll pick the next one for early next year. And so that's all I had for today. Just wanted to give you guys that little leadership lesson, and I'll hand it over to Kim to continue us on in our communication training for the month of October. Thanks.